let's raise the level of discourse between Catholics and Protestants. When it comes to church history, a lot of Catholics like to quote Cardinal Henry Newman, who said, "To be deep in history is to cease to be Protestant." I think this quote, though, often comes off as triumphalist to many Protestants, and it can be ignorant to some Protestants who really have engaged church history and the Church Fathers. It is true that Protestant apologists from even 2 generations ago didn't care much about the Fathers. They ended up getting steamrolled in debates with apologists like Carl Keating and Patrick Madrid. But now you have Protestant apologists who bring the Church Fathers to bear, as you can see in my responses to James White and Gavin Ortland on the Church Fathers on several issues. Although in many cases, modern Protestants who cite the Fathers often just follow what 19th century Protestant theologians said about them, like Philip Schaff and others, many of whom come from the Anglican tradition. So I would say Newman's quote is more accurately rendered, "To be deep in history is to cease to be non-denominational," or "To be deep in history is to cease to be evangelical." From there, you can engage Protestants who try to follow in the Reformers' footsteps in trying to reclaim the Fathers for themselves and point out where they go wrong. Catholics should at least acknowledge those Protestants who try to harmonize their doctrines with the historical Christian witness, and then graciously point out the flaws in the arguments that they're making. So let's raise the level of discourse between Catholics and Protestants.